Hey guys, welcome back to what is going to be my most chalked video ever. I'm currently on holiday in Belgium, so I have no recording equipment, no editing equipment, absolutely nothing like that. So this video will not have any editing or any kind of cuts or anything. So yeah, my most chalked video yet. But given the news, I had to just make something because this is probably the biggest news we've had for Halo in a long time. So let me give you the lowdown if you don't know. So Microsoft are currently doing a kind of cut of jobs. They're cutting about 10,000 jobs across all of the divisions, including Xbox. And as a result, around 60 people at 343 have unfortunately lost their jobs. And from what I've heard, most of those people were from the campaign team. And also, I don't believe Joe's not lost his job, but Joe Staten has left 343 to go back to the job that I think he was doing before he joined 343 at the Xbox Publishing Studios. I'm not entirely sure what that video was or what that job was, but he's gone back there. Joe is no longer at 343. So as you can tell, this is a very big deal. Awful that so many people have lost their jobs, especially given the state of the economy now. I think the reason that Microsoft have done this is because they're kind of bracing for a recession, but I mean, 10,000 people, that's a lot of people to be losing their jobs, especially when, I find it really wrong that Microsoft at the same time keep flaunting that they're spending $69 billion buying Activision Blizzard, and then at the same time, they're also letting go of 10,000 employees, which is doesn't really add up particularly well, but they're one of the biggest tech companies in the world, and unfortunately, this is the way they operate. But as for 343, so many people there have lost their jobs as well. I feel sorry for every single one of you. I really hope you all land on your feet somewhere else and get to continue the creativity elsewhere and enjoy it. The campaign team, I don't know what campaign content we're getting now, if any, to be honest with you. From what I've heard, it is a lot of the campaign team are just not there anymore, which is obviously, given my content and given why a lot of you guys found me in the first place, is very, very depressing because we all wanted more campaign, right? We almost all went into Halo Infinite with the expectation that there was going to be campaign DLC. And when the game ended the way that it did, it was oh, right, perfect. So we are going to be getting it. And then Halo the Endless got trademarked and we're oh, shit, this is perfect. It's the perfect, continuation of events. But I don't know. I guess that's not happening. And of course, Joe leaving is just Joe for me personally was my major final beacon of hope with 343 because it goes without saying the last year and a half or however many years of Halo have not been great. Infinite was not what we thought it was going to be for the most part. It has been a disappointment in most areas, but campaign was the one area where it wasn't perfect, but it definitely wasn't a disappointment. I still love that game's campaign, and I was really just holding out hope that at some point we're going to get a Joe Staten campaign DLC or a Joe Staten led, written, and directed campaign sequel that was going to continue the Endless stuff and the Banished and Chief and bring in more characters from the rest of the universe, but I guess that's not happening now, given that, who's even going to be working on it, right? Unless they start outsourcing to other studios, which I guess is a possibility. But if Microsoft are being so restrictive with their finances that they're cutting 10,000 jobs, I don't think they're all of a sudden going to be starting to pay other studios to come in and work on an IP that they've never worked on before. That just doesn't really add up to me, at least from a business perspective. It's just depressing to me that we got Joe back. When Joe came back in 2020, I said in that video, I never thought this was going to happen. This is my pipe dream of pipe dreams. I never in a million years ever thought Joe would come back to Halo. I always wanted him to, but the idea of Joe working on Halo again was always just such a pipe dream that it's don't even put any conscious thought into it because it's not going to happen. And then it happened. It was holy shit. We can actually get something insane out of this. We could get a new, we could potentially get a new Halo 2, right? Because obviously Joe was the main guy behind Halo 2 story. There was potential there for Joe to just cook up something incredible with the modern Halo universe, which, regardless of people's gripes, does have a lot of good areas that could be fleshed out, in particular by Joe. If anyone can do it, it's Joe. And now Joe's not there. Joe is back at Xbox Publishing Studios. So, is what it is. 343 had Joe back, and they did nothing with it. 343 and Xbox, because Xbox are as much to blame with Halo and Halo Infinite's faults as 343 are, to be honest with you, because they allowed it to happen, right? They would have known like that Infinite wasn't going to ship with like even 20% of the content that it should have done. They would have definitely known that. So Xbox are like as much to blame. But I'm just rambling at this point because it's really sad. So many people have lost their jobs, and we've lost so much potential with the franchise as well, losing Joe and loads of like talented campaign designers, excuse me, who like worked on Infinite's campaign. I know it's not perfect, but like I and a lot of people still really, really like it, and we were hoping to see something else come from it, but I guess not. I guess all we're going to see now is just this stupid multiplayer live service story thing that I don't think there's a single person on planet Earth that's even remotely interested in that. Who knows? Who knows, man? I don't think all of a sudden that Infinite is just going to be, or Halo is just going to be like shelved and ended. Like the IP still has so much like weight to it. There's still a lot that can be done with it, but I don't think it's just going to simply vanish like some people are saying. But at the same time, I do think that this is kind of marking a major shift in how Xbox treat Halo. It goes without saying that Halo is not the golden child it used to be. Like, putting Halo on the back of a box doesn't have the same weight that it did, like, 15 years ago with Halo 3 or Reach or even Halo 4, right? Like, it doesn't have that pull anymore for a whole load of reasons that I don't have time nor really the patience to go into today. I'm just rambling at this point because there's a lot of things going around in there that I want to say, and I can't put them all... Can't have them all come out at the same time because that would be a complete mess. But yeah, speaking of complete messes, Halo just does feel like a complete mess right now. I don't really know what to say at this point. There's a reason that I've been branching out for so long, and there's a reason that like this year my focus on branching out is like 100x. There's a very, very valid reason for that. I think Halo is gonna kind of just exist still as an IP. Infinite will still exist. I think it was Sean W said that Season 4 has been cancelled. I don't think that's the case, to be honest with you. I really don't think that's the case. I think Season 4 will come out. I think they'll continue the live service because that's really, I mean, at this point, there's no reason to stop it because that's where all of Infinite's revenue is coming from. All of it is coming from the stuff in the microtransaction store that is the sole reason they do these seasons, so they can push loads of new stuff to the store, get people playing again so they go to the store. So I don't think Halo is suddenly going to vanish. I don't think Infinite's suddenly going to vanish. I don't think Season 4 and 5 and 6 are just going to go into like a puff of smoke and vanish. But I don't think that we can expect a new Halo game like in the next few years, because when they've downsized this much, it's obviously you need a big team to make a game, right? And that's not really what they have anymore. So yeah, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to run this video out here because it's like 8 or 9 in the morning right now, and I've only been up for like 10 minutes. So I just wanted to make a video about this just because it's such massive, depressing news, to be honest with you, and I just felt like I had to throw my hat in the ring and talk about it. Funny enough, I actually do have a really good Halo video coming out tomorrow. I think it's a really funny video that might actually lift some hopes around Halo, so make sure you watch it tomorrow. Also, make sure you check out my recent branch out video that is actually doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you very much for watching it if you haven't already. Appreciate you. Go and check it out. It's on my channel. You know where to find it. Yeah, again, I'm terribly sorry for everyone at P43 who's lost their jobs. Like 60 plus people going is a lot of people, and 10,000 in like the kind of Microsoft sphere is a ridiculous amount of people to lose their jobs. Yeah, so best of luck to all you guys. Best of luck to Joe back at Xbox Game Publishing Studios. I really wish that things could have worked out better, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm going to round this video out. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you all in tomorrow's fun, happy Halo video.